You look like someone who's had a psychedelic experience before. I mean that in the best way. I'm conducting a survey today. It's investigating the positive effects that psychedelics have in overcoming difficult situations or past traumas. In addition, your answers will help the medical community in knowing how psychedelics exactly affect consciousness and the mind. I think you could be a huge asset. Wonderful. I'm so delighted that you'll participate. Now I'd like for you to think of a singular experience with one psychedelic from the list that I'm about to read, and recall this experience to answer the following questions I'm about to ask you. I'll be tapping your answers into the phone where I have the survey questions. Your list of psychedelics, for you to choose one experience with one psychedelic, is DMT, LSD, MDMA, psilocybin, mescaline, 5-MeO, or ayahuasca. Were you under the influence of any other drugs, psychiatric medications, or alcohol at the time? Yes or no? What is your biological sex? What is the highest level of education you have attained? What is your marital status? I'm going to read a list of statements now. Please let me know if you strongly or somewhat agree or disagree with them, or if neither is applicable. You are not easily worried. Strongly agree, somewhat agree, neither. Strongly disagree, somewhat disagree. You often feel inferior to others. When you're under a great deal of stress, sometimes you feel like you're falling apart. You rarely feel lonely or blue. You often feel tense or jittery. Sometimes you feel completely worthless. You rarely feel fearful or anxious. You often get angry at the way people treat you. Too often when things go wrong, you get discouraged and feel like giving up. You are seldom sad or depressed. You often feel helpless and want someone else to solve your problems. At times you've been so ashamed, you just want to hide. On what date did you take this psychedelic substance? And again, which psychedelic did you take? I want to make sure you have your psychedelic choice very clear in your mind. In what form was this a psychedelic drug? The options are liquid, tab or blotter, pill or capsule, wet, fresh mushrooms or cactus, dry mushrooms or cactus, powder or crystals, or other. How did you take the psychedelic drug? By mouth, smoking, like with a pipe, inhaling or snorting through the nose, intravenously, or other. What dose did you take? If you're not sure, your best guess is fine. On a scale from 0 to 100, 0 being that you did not feel the effects, and 100 being that you really felt the effects, how intense were the effects for you? And on a scale of 0 to 100, with a 0 being not positive at all, and 100 being extremely positive, how positive was the experience for you? And how long did the drug effects last in minutes? From the list of the following options, how did you acquire the psychedelic substance? You legally bought it in a store. You bought it online. You bought it from someone in person, but not in a store. You grew, picked, or manufactured it yourself. A friend gave it to you. A stranger gave it to you. A trip sitter, therapist, shaman, or guide gave it to you. You took part in a legal study about psychedelics, or other. Was there any indication that the substance was impure, or that you thought it might not be what you thought it was? Yes or no? And why did you choose to take this psychedelic drug? To help you work through your problems? To have a spiritual experience? To connect with other people or enhance socializing? To understand things differently? To enhance your creativity? To fit in with a group? Out of curiosity? To forget your worries or relieve negative emotions? Introspection, to help you learn about yourself? It's part of your social, religious, or cultural identity? To party or get messed up? You were bored? No particular intention, or other intentions. You can choose as many as you'd like. Thank you. I'd like to ask you now a little bit about the setting in which you took your psychedelic. The setting refers to the surroundings where you stayed most of the time while you were tripping, as well as the people who were there. When answering, please give your general thoughts on the setting, even if it's sometimes changed for a short period. Did you have a trusted person with you who could support you during the experience, like a trip sitter or a guide? Your options are yes, all or most of the time. Yes, but only some of the time. Yes, but only briefly, or no. How safe did you feel in this setting? Not at all safe or completely safe? In retrospect, how well did your expectations of the substance match your actual experience? Not at all, or very well? The setting was mostly indoors, mostly outdoors in nature, mostly outdoors but not in nature, or somewhere else, and please specify. Which of these answers best describes who you were with and what the setting was like? You can choose more than one. Solo, you were by yourself. Small group, you were with 1 to 3 other people, including a sitter or guides. Large group, you were with more than 3 other people, including sitter or guides. You were mostly with people you knew. You were mostly with strangers. Ceremonial, you were in an organized ceremony with spiritual or religious elements. Therapeutic, you were with someone who helped you use the psychedelic to improve your mental health or address some of your problems. Or recreation, you were at a party, festival, or similar event. Thank you. During what percentage of the trip were your eyes closed? From 0 to 100. Please indicate how strongly you agree with the following statements. You can choose either completely agree, completely disagree, or neither. During the session, you could endure traumatic or difficult memories, feelings, or thoughts better than usual. The session helped you let go of difficult experiences or memories and accept them better. During the session, you experienced a sense of security and safety, which allowed you to engage with stressful topics. During the session, you avoided difficult feelings or memories more than usual. Memories, sensations, or thoughts, which normally cause unpleasant feelings, were easier to endure during the session. The session helped you address crucial life questions that you otherwise avoid. The session gave you access to memories or feelings that were not fully conscious before. During the session, you were surrounded by a protective armor that kept memories and feelings from hurting you. During the session, you saw difficult situations and experiences from your past more clearly and with more detail. During the session, difficult memories or feelings burdened you in an unpleasant way. The session allowed you to engage with distressing memories, emotions, or thoughts that you normally can't bear. During the session, you could bear difficult physical sensations better than usual. Because the session allowed you to confront the challenging and distressing aspects of your life, you were able to process them better. During the session, you experienced stress that made it more difficult for you to engage with psychologically important topics. The session helped you deal with sickness and death without being overwhelmed by them. During the session, you were able to confront negative memories without being overwhelmed by them. During the session, you felt like you were being guided to those traumatic experiences which were ready to be psychologically processed. The session helped you confront existential issues without being overwhelmed by them. The relaxation you felt during the session helped you deal with difficult life events. Did you find that these questions were relevant to your own psychedelic experiences? Was it enjoyable to answer this questionnaire? Looking back on the entirety of your psychedelic session, please rate the degree to which you experienced the following phenomena. Answer each according to your feelings, thoughts, and experiences at the time of your psychedelic session. In rating these statements, choosing from 0 to 5, 0 being none, 1 so slight you can't decide, 2 slight, 3 moderate, 4 strong, or 5 extreme. You lost your usual sense of time. You experienced amazement. You had the sense that the experience cannot be described adequately in words. You gained insightful knowledge that you experienced at an intuitive level. You had a feeling that you experienced eternity or infinity. You experienced oneness or unity with objects or persons perceived in your surroundings. You had feelings of tenderness and gentleness. There was a certainty of ultimate reality. In a sense, being able to know and see what is really real. You felt that you could not do justice to your experience by describing it in words. You experienced a loss of usual awareness of where you were. There were feelings of peace and tranquility. There was a freedom from the limitations of your personal self and a feeling of unity with what was felt to be greater than your personal self. You experienced a state of pure being or pure awareness. You experienced ecstasy. You experienced the insight that all is one. You felt you were in a realm with no space boundaries. There was a sense of reverence. You experienced timelessness. You felt you experienced something very profound and holy. You experienced the fusion of your personal self into a larger whole. You felt that it would be difficult to communicate your own experience to others who have not had similar experiences. You had feelings of joy. Now, looking back on the session, please rate the degree to which at any time during the session you experienced the following phenomena. Again, using the 0 to 5 scale of 0 meaning none, 1 so slight you can't decide, 2 slight, 3 moderate, 4 strong, 5 extreme. To what degree did you feel isolation and loneliness? Sadness. Your heart beating. Feeling something terrible would happen. Feeling your body shake or tremble. Feelings of grief. Fear that you might lose your mind or go insane. Feeling like crying. Feeling isolated from people and things. Feelings of disrepair. Feeling like people were plotting against you. Afraid that the state you were in would last forever. Anxiousness. feeling shaky inside. Having the profound experience of your own death. Thank you very much for your answers. They will be passed on to the medical community for review and further advancement in the field of research surrounding psychedelics.